Live. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm not prepared, so I'm gonna be spending the first minute setting everything up and announcing, but we're live. We're gonna do one peak one run. Um, just get started, so it should take like between 1 and 2 hours, or less than 2 hours. And then we will go into VOD reviews on Marvel Rivals. So, yeah. Um, what's up, Venny? How are you doing? Um, all right. That should be good. All right. We have announced. We have chat. Venny is first. Congratulations on being first, Venny. We're just gonna get started. We'll run this. I don't want to stall too hard because I know that some people do want to want some VOD reviews, which makes sense because it's been a little bit. But I do have a couple. I don't remember who. Actually, wait, before I chat, I just want to see the submissions look like. There's a couple in queue. I definitely want to do Hoyo's today. And then I think Wisdom has an old one, and then Pika has one. But we might scrap Wisdom's old one unless he wants me to do it specifically. If not, then we'll just do Pika's. But we'll see. Can you submit mine? Yeah, feel free to submit yours. Yeah, now would be a good time to submit, and we'll see. I definitely want to put Hoyo's on the list because I have not done a Hoyo VOD yet. Um, but we'll figure out what the other one or ones will be. Where's my? Oh, okay, there we go. My Twitch didn't show me that I was live, so I was like, am I actually live? Venny's here, so obviously I am, but okay. Give me that, give me that. One here, one here. Pop, here. Balloon is pretty nice now. That. Decent starting items. Okay, let's go. So Ascent 6, which is what we're doing right now, in order to unlock the Wolf Sash, makes it so climbing takes more stamina. So you have to be like really careful about actually I kind of want to I don't want to go back and cook it, but it makes so climbing takes more stamina. So you have to be really careful about how you manage your stamina. Also, if they're alternating every single day, today should be an Alpine, which is gonna suck. But we'll see. They did say that they're like it is still possible for there to be like two in a row, but um yesterday was a Mesa, so today would theoretically be an Alpine, but we'll see how true that is. So I'm not really sure what the strat is on Ascent 6 because it's like significantly more stamina. So between that and having to manage your weight because increased weight and the cold of the night, meaning that you kind of want a lantern, like stuff like that, um, it can be really tough. There's a shroom there I'm gonna take. Yeah, it can get pretty challenging to even get like tiny climbs. Um, so I need to get better at managing what to do with those. But it's really going to be more of an issue, especially at night. So I'm trying to like sort of speed run the first day. If it is possible, to, God, I already used my extra stamina, but if it's possible to get to the top of biome 1 by the first night and letting me save my lantern for the second and third biome mostly, um, it is extremely helpful. This is not a very good angle. Fog rises. This is doable. Okay, okay. Okay. That should be good. Okay. Yeah, so going pretty fast, especially early on when you have very limited resources on your nighttime survivability especially, it's pretty important. Haven't been feeling rivalous that much recently. I understand. Yeah, honestly, I haven't really been either. I mean, I've been kind of feeling it, but it's just it's getting to the point where quick play is just not enjoyable at all unless you have like more than just one friend. Like literally like quick play like I think like 3 or more is like 3 is where it's like becomes okay and like acceptable, but like oh, I didn't even but it feels like solo queue quick play is just the worst way to play the game. Um and then like duo queue is like better but still not great. And then like comp is just like I don't know, between the like bad mentality of a lot of people and just like, you know, having games that feel either unwinnable or really one-sided, it's like it's kind of wearing me down a little bit. But a big part of that is because of the like community like kind of just giving up on being competitive, like all the EOMM believers and all that and like just people being toxic. It's just like I don't know, it's getting annoying. But also I've been trying to learn new characters and it's like I am not like now that I'm at a rank where I'm not super confident playing my worst characters, like I think my worst character for a while was debatably Hulk, right? And I've been trying to learn Hulk, but I can't play Hulk in GM. Like I'm actually just not good enough at the character to hold my own in GM lobbies. So I feel bad because I can't really play this character, but I want to learn them. Um, but also I can't play him in quick play because there's just terrible practice because quick play is just so unserious. I don't know if I can make this. Oh, oh, barely. Okay. I don't know if I can make this. I need to get my lantern though. Uh, okay. Um, is that makeable? Let's see. It might be. Okay, so I need to do this. Okay. Then we lantern. Balance changes and lobby changes. The lobby changes are annoying. I don't like. I think they'll change that though. I have faith that they will redo the queue size changes. Oh, please let me up, you motherfucker. I'm dead. That's it. I can't even heal it up. Oh, fuck, bro. Yeah. Oh wait, I woke up. Oh, my shit dropped. It's not even worth it though. Let's. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not even worth it. Um. Yeah. No. I feel like the I have faith that they'll change that. Okay, we're gonna do one more run. That didn't count. That was a 6 minute run. Balance changes I think are fine. Honestly, I think the balance of the game is in a pretty decent spot overall. Um, the biggest thing that is wearing down on me as far as balance go is just Luna. It's actually just Luna. A lot of the other things that I dislike balance wise are I feel like a personal frustration rather than an issue with the meta. Like Wolverine and Black Panther. It's like I don't actually have a problem with those characters being in the game or in the state they're at. It's just I hate them. I think the worst part about the game on a gameplay level is how uninspired the strategist role is right now. Like it feels like strategist is like, so all the other roles, so Vanguard and Duelist, you have the option of playing characters. Like you can, if you want to play like, you know, a couple of different Vanguards or a couple of different Duelists, like especially Duelists, you have so much variety as Duelist. You just have like the luxury of everything if you're a Duelist player. Um, but you can do that. However, when it comes to um, when it comes to strategists, it feels like you have to, like you can have a slight preference, but it's like pretty much always you have to pick optimal. Like yeah, there are some people that are, you know, good enough at Invis or Rocket that they can just get away with playing those every single game. But like at a fully competitive level, it's like you're making your life harder by not picking like Luna, Loki, and then other stuff, right? I think tanks need to stop being the anchors for team ups. Like what? Emma? What tanks are even anchors for team ups? Emma, Venom. I guess Groot is technically an anchor. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. Tanks for tanks. Interesting. Because, I mean, the strongest, not the strongest, but like one of the strongest team ups in the game is Emma Magneto. And then Psylocke is also there too, which it's strong for both of them. But like, but the thing is, Emma and Magneto, even without the team up, are like the best two tanks in the game already. I think the thing is, I actually don't really have a problem with the tank meta right now. Um, as far as like um variety goes, right? Like the reason why I'm picking up Hulk is because I don't play that many dive tanks. I don't really play Hulk or Venom, or I mean, I play a little bit of Cap, but like I definitely like I prefer to play the main tank, and I feel like having more dive tanks like Hulk and Venom in my roster would help me, right? And it's like the fact that I get to do that is a luxury because like strategists are like as a strategist, if you play strategist and you don't play Luna or Loki, it's like you have to be really freaking good at the other strategist you do play to make it worth it, or else your team is just gonna run triple support and treat it as if you're not there. Basically, it's like if you main Jeff and you're like, you know, good at Jeff but not like insane, like you're not throwing but also you're not like carrying every game. Your team's just gonna pick Luna Loki around you and treat you as if you're like a duelist. At least optimally, they probably should, because like you're hindering your team just by your pick, even though like you might be good at your character. Overall, it's just a worse pick, and that feels so bad because like there's like no variety when it comes to strategists. Can I even make this? Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna use so much. Okay. What's up, Pika? How you doing? I think it's Invis. Invis is not. Yeah, so Invis is kind of falling off really heavily, and I mean a lot of it is. It's like borderline because she does have a support ult. I don't know if I can make this. Should I just try? I don't. Okay, fuck it. Um. Oh. Let me up there, please. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. The thing is, Invis has some limitations that a lot of the other healers don't have. Even the ones that are worse than her. Being that she has a range limitation, which is really big, and her ult is one of the weaker of the good ones, if that makes sense, right? Like, so it's like, it's up there with Cloak and Dagger, Luna, Loki, but it's not up there with Luna, Cloak and Dagger, and Loki, right? Like, it's the worst of those. Um, I'm just gonna drink this energy drink, but it's like acceptable. So she's like borderline, But it's like the thing is like I pretty much never want an invis on my team unless we need an invis or better options are banned. Like if Luna's banned, then invis becomes on the table. Or if they have like a Wolverine or we have a Torch and we need to team up, like and that's comfort, then then I think invis is fine. But it's like I pretty much never want invis in a spot when Luna is also acceptable, if that makes sense. Like it just feels like she's outclassed. And I just don't like how the strategist lineups feel like they just do the same thing as each other, except better or worse. Like there's no side grades. It's just straight up like, why are you picking this one if this one's available? Did you just use a performance enhancing substance? It was an energy drink, so kinda. We got patch notes. I believe it should be this week because the season ends in like 11 days or something. So actually not even like 10 days, 10 days. So we should be seeing patch notes and stuff about the new character and like the new season pretty soon. Usually they do give like a week in advance, I think. Sports drink. I could just drink this. Give me this. Okay. Can I make it there without... I think I might need to pop my lantern a little bit. I'm trying to preserve my lantern as much as possible because I'm going to need it. But I think if I can make it to the fire before I freeze to death, I could save some lantern juice. I'm fine using a little bit of stamina there. I don't know if I can make it. It's so close though. They usually drop like stuff like on Thursdays. Do they? I haven't noticed, but yeah, then it should be soon. The thing is, like, I don't think it has to be this week, right? Like, if they wait until next week, then the season's gonna be like, you know, really, really soon. It's gonna be super close. Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? Yes, yes, yes. Fire. Okay, we made it. So I need lollipop here. I could drop. Okay, I could cook these bandages. Okay, let's go drop these. I'll use them later. Maybe cook the lollipop as well. Please, maybe cook this. At least skin stuff usually drops. Oh, okay. I actually don't. I'm not sure about the timeline, but yeah, it should be relatively soon. I believe you were correct about that. It should be within the next week. Cure all is great. I need to cook this. Please. Okay, good. And I should stay here until... Okay, I'm gonna drop this. I actually don't need this med kit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these bandages first. Get stamina. Med kit can go in here. We can hold the cure all, and we'll hold this. Boom. Alright. Emma Strange weren't... Wait. Emma and Strange were accidentally better against Blade. Wait. What do you mean accidentally? Did they buff them, like, secretly or something? When Blade came out, I kind of assumed Emma would be good against him. Just because she seemed, like, her kit just seems like a pretty obvious counter to his kit. Like, he wants to be, like, up close and brawling, and a chokeslam just kind of counters the shit out of that, but... Emma's beam got more charge and Strange got more darkness when Blade was in Vampire. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't see that, but it will be fixed? Okay. I didn't even know that was a thing. I want this. I don't need this med kit. I don't even need it for the... Okay, we can do that. Yeah, did they ever fix the Emma, the soul bond thing? Because for those who didn't know, Emma's, she used to, or still does, have a, I guess, bug where she attacks somebody with soul bond. It'll give you the charge as if you're attacking all of them. So if it's a soul bomb with 6 people, you get charged 6 times as fast. And I don't know if they ever fixed that. Like, I don't know if that was intended or if that's a bug or what. It seems like a bug. But it does make it so if they have an atom and you attack a soul bonded target, you just, like, get your full charge, like, instantly. It's actually ridiculous. It makes sense. She's technically hitting all of them. Yeah, but like it's not consistent with other things. Like Wolverine doesn't get rage for hitting all of them, even though he does get rage for like hitting target. So if she's hitting all of them, then he should also be hitting all of them, right? But it doesn't seem to be that case. It only works for Emma, which is why it's like a little weird to me. I don't know if this might be the way to get up here. That might be a little safer here. Oh, but now I have to wait for the freaking rain. Oh, okay, okay. My Camp Blade's form is two different characters. Yeah, there could be plenty of reasons why it I don't need to pop this, do I? But I did. Yeah, there could be plenty of reasons why it works that way, but it definitely does not seem intended if it's like just Blade. But that's probably a good thing they're fixing. Which even, I mean, for Emma, it's like a strict buff, right? Like she just gets more charge. But for Strange, it actually, I would prefer if it was fixed as a Strange player because like having inconsistency in how much charge you get can actually be detrimental. Like you might anti-heal yourself by accident way more on against Blade. But either way, it just doesn't seem consistent with what it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to work. So, yeah. Did we? I'm thinking up here. Thinking this vine. Um, can we get up here anyway? Ow, ow! I'm so poisoned. Okay. That's so my strength players got worse and died due to anti-healing. Possibly. Um, although I feel like Blade isn't played that much. But yeah, it is possible that against Blade, like strange players might be running into that issue where they're like getting anti-healed more than they're expecting to. Because there are times where like I like I have charge and I know my burst is on cooldown, so I specifically do not hit, or I hit like just enough to get to like 95 or 99 or whatever, and don't get to 100 on purpose. That way, like when I pop my ult or whenever I have my thing off cooldown or whatever, it's ready to use. But if I was playing against like a Blade and I get that extra bit where I expect to be at 95, but instead I'm at 100, then now I get anti-healed. So it's like I could see that being the case. What's up, Wisdom? How are you doing? Cake to pop in for a second. Cake pop. Delicious. I know what you're saying. It's okay. I wanted that luggage, but I don't even remember where it is. Eat a cookie here. Nope, not that. I need a cookie. Nope. I need to put that back. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. But there's the luggage. Okay. Gotta go soon. Start a busy night out. Yo, sounds good. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Is there like I'm thinking that could be an angle here, like right here. This might be the shot. This might be the shot. Can I mount it anywhere? Oh, please. There you go. Okay. Surely that's yeah, surely that works out, right? Get me in there. Oh, did we make it? Oh, we didn't make it. That's unfortunate. We don't have our med kit. Maybe there's a med kit in here. I mean, I have the cure all, but fuck. Oh, now it's cold. Great. That's not gonna help me. Okay, we're gonna just drink this, I guess. That's no bueno. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Let's go here. I'm gonna have to take another sip of the cure. Well, might be able to live with the damage a little bit right now. And then just lantern this. Or yeah, I think I'm gonna lantern this. Just to make a little bit more and see if I need it. Because the cure will help me throughout the entire night, so if I take any more damage I could use it and that'll be fine. Hopefully I don't need to, but we'll see. Okay. This is the way to go. It looks like it's like my only way to go. So I'm gonna wait a tiny bit. I'm just gonna wait out some ticks of the night. That way I have less to worry about later. Because I don't know if this is gonna be like the best place to go. Maybe it's up here. Either way, I'm probably drinking this cure. Yeah. Okay. 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 This looks all right. I think I want to go here. There's hope. There's hope. There's hope. Okay. And I'm liking the looks of this. I think. Oh, I'm no longer liking the looks of it. Well, anything here? I forgot to leap, but oh, oh, okay, there we go. Okay, doing all right. Okay, wait, it's daytime. We're good. Which means I wasted a little bit of lantern juice right there because I would have been able to just wait, but we're okay. Okay, we could just go up here. Yeah, make that. Okay. Make this though. Even just go up here. Make it super safe. Is this the way? Yeah. Okay. I think this is good. Yes, there it is. Okay, let's go. There's a luggage in that tree, and we're not gonna be able to get to it. That's actually pretty unfortunate. Anti-rope cannon, which I think gets replaced with rope here. Oh, okay, wait. It goes in here. There we go. I think we do that. Fortunately, our luggage is up in the tree, so we actually don't have any luggage here. But anti-rope cannon is pretty good for us. Use this. Or do we hold the anti-rope out? Honestly, I think maybe we do. Okay, so I'll do this. And this can go here. Yeah, okay. Now we're in Alpine. We have almost a full lantern, and we have one sip of a cure-all, so there is... We're not looking too bad. We're not looking great, but we're not looking too bad. I'm in the photo lab, 3 hours for class. So hear my background noise. Okay. Well, we're doing one peak run, then we're gonna do VOD reviews, so hopefully that's good background noise. Fuck me, bro. Okay, well that... What the... Oh, I just can't see. Okay. That sucks. The particles aren't showing up until... Okay, well, we're gonna see. Oh, I see some luggage here. This is good. First in queue. Check 5 minutes. Yeah, I can do yours. So the queue isn't always first come first serve, but yeah, I can do yours since you're here. And I can do yours first, and then I'll do Hoyo's. Um. Oh shit, I don't know what I want to drop here. I do want the rope cannon. Or the chain launcher. I guess it's this. I guess this is the angle. Ancient luggage. Sure. Which, you know what? Ow. Fairy lantern? Fuck, okay. We're gonna do this. That's gonna be our angle here. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, if you're around when I start doing VOD reviews, I can do yours first. If not, then then it wouldn't matter unless Hoyo is here. But um, yeah, if you're down to just watch the VOD, then you can do that if we don't get to it before you leave. But there will be a VOD either on Twitch or if you want to wait until it's on YouTube. It's been taking me like about a week to get the VOD on YouTube. Well, no, that's not true. It's been taking me like a couple days, maybe like 1 or 2 days to get the VOD on YouTube, and then to get the notes all taken has been taking me about a week. Just because having to go back and rewatch the VOD and get all the notes down takes a good amount of time. But yeah, if you're just watching the VOD, you could just watch the Twitch VOD probably. Yeah, sounds good, Pika. Yeah, I'll try and stream a little earlier in the day because I know that I have some people in EU that watch. It's easier for you guys. Um, yeah, while I have the ability to stream throughout the day, I'll try to. Or at least earlier in the day, because it is like the day right now, but it's like evening. But like if I do my stream like at noon for me, it's probably around 6 or 7 your time, and that's probably a lot easier for you to see live, right? But have a good night, Pika. Thanks for hanging out. Issue now is that where did this luggage go? Am I tripping? over here. The issue is it's about to be nighttime. Heat pack is good. I'm gonna hold this for as long as I can to preserve some lantern. So that's actually really nice to have this heat pack, but I can't really hold it, so I'm gonna drop this right here. I can eat this. Okay. Ah, please climb. Please, oh bro. Okay. I don't know why this little angle is so difficult for me to climb, but I can't even hold on to it. Okay. That wasted all my extra stamina. Great. I'm messing up. I'm flubbing. Heat pack does make the night a little less stressful. Just like a minute or whatever, like 30 seconds to a minute, or I don't even know how long it lasts. Feels like a minute of just not having to worry about it. So very helpful. I guess I don't even need that magic bean. I think anything to alleviate the pressure of the night is like super worth it. Like if I got a like a portable stove, I'd probably just be sitting next to it until it burns out. Just because like the timing of not being able to like the risk of not being able to survive the night is so scary. Where do I throw this? Could be up here. Yeet. That's not a great throw, but we'll see. So I'm gonna do this so I can get a little bit of stamina. Oh, that's a fine throw. I can even chill right here. Maybe I can climb up here. Huh? Okay. Alright, we're up here. I don't know where to. Okay, there's luggage right there. Obviously, I want that. Okay, what's in here? Bandages. Trail mix is good to just have right here. Is this a good angle up? It does not seem great, but it also doesn't seem terrible. Is it daytime yet? Yes, it is. Okay, sweet. But I don't need to use any lantern right now. I think I could just climb all the way up here. It's gonna be cold, but I think I'll be fine here. It's also cold. But come on, get in this corner. This should be warm. Okay, here we go. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh, so much fuck. Oh, my body fell. Well, that sucks. The fucking lantern though, bro. What do I do there? I guess I drop my backpack and then light the lantern? Or maybe I try and like squirm so my body falls before I pass out? I don't know. Like I need my body to be next to the lantern and maybe like I probably would have woken up if I dropped my backpack first. So I think I need to drop backpack, then light lantern. That probably makes most sense, but that's it. We're opening our rivals. Yeah. We are switching. Wrong game. Right here, boom. All right. We're switching to Marvel. We're doing some VOD reviews. That was unfortunate. Um, let's see. Did I change my change my category. We're good. Turn this on. Okay. So let me get the notepad out. So we have yeah. Let's look at the games right now. So we had this one. This is Hoyo, who is playing Luna and looks like a pretty solid game. Okay. And then we have Pika, who I believe played Hawkeye. This is a Rocco. Wait, is this the right game? Oh, yeah. This is a Rocco, not Midtown. Unless this is the. I don't know if this is the right game, but we do play Hawkeye. Okay, we're gonna since Pika left, we're gonna start with Hoyo this game, and then we're gonna do Pika's. And then we have an old one from Wisdom, which we could see, but this is like honestly pretty old to the point where I'm not sure if it is still. Yeah, this is from a month ago. here. Okay, we'll see if we want to watch this one as well. But I'll put it down just to be safe. But it might have been like just expired basically because it's kind of. So, I'm thinking we start with Helios. Here we go. Because I am curious. I'm gonna take a quick, like 5 minute break to. Oh, fuck my life, bro. Forgot to switch my scene. Um, oops. But I'm going to take a quick 5 minute break to stretch my legs, drink some water, and go to the bathroom. If you need to do the same, I would suggest you do it now, would be a good time, and I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. We did it. Um, Pull up a VOD, post your VOD. Okay, let me check it real quick. Venny, we're on Moon Knight. We play quite a few characters. Okay. Yeah, we could look at this. Not sure if we'll do that today, but it will be in queue. Put that down there. We're gonna start with Hoyo's VOD. So we're playing Luna on Symbiotic Surface. Um, from we have Loki banned and Emma banned. Um, we leave Torch open. It looks like both teams are playing Torch. So an interesting thing to note here is that we're playing Hulk with no Namor, and we're playing Torch Phoenix, and we're also duo healing Adam. So this leaves us in a little bit of a position where Luna's life, which it looks like you do a pretty good job of staying alive since we have 4 deaths, but your life is going to be like by far the most valuable on the team. You have two people that really need Snowflake, um, and you don't have another pocket healer, right? So like Adam's like his healing output's like okay overall, but he just doesn't have the consistent healing that Luna does, obviously. So if you die as Luna, then your whole team crumbles. So it's like one death could lead to your entire team needing to reset, even though like it could be winnable, but you count for so much. Um, so it looks like you actually do all right staying alive because you only have 4 deaths. You have least on your team, or you're tied for least on your team. Um, and you still do a lot of healing, so it looks good, but we'll see how you position and how that goes. I think that's gonna be the main concern when I'm just looking at the scoreboard. And also how you manage your cooldowns properly, because obviously if you use your cooldowns too frequently or you hold them for too long, you might wind up either dying or letting your teammates die because they like aren't your cooldowns aren't ready for when they need to be. But we'll see how this goes. Let's just take a look. Did the unspeakable in solo queue rank? Good luck. I believe in you. So we're 7 here. So we're starting on attack. We are starting Thing Hulk. I do not like this at all, by the way. Gotta lock in. Yeah, lock in. Get the dub. You got it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Thing Hulk here. Um, two kind of just giant, uh, like what, like tanks that just like block with their face. Like, yes, Hulk has a shield, but Thing has pretty much no mitigation. He has, like, the ability to overshield, but it's not really a lot of mitigation. Okay. I don't mind popping the clap here. We're hitting main and we're, yeah, like exactly. You can put a lot of damage out while still keeping everybody alive. I like how we're swapping the Snowflake to Torch as you know that your Phoenix is right next to you. Clap to heal yourself. I like it. Yeah. Pretty quick take. I Yeah. Not too much to say right now. Good stagger here. Well, not even stagger, but like they just can't fight here because you just killed their Hulk. This is another kind of issue with this comp here. This is not really a you thing, but because you're healing with Luna Adam has a range requirement, which means that if you're going to keep somebody on cart, it's either going to be Luna or Phoenix. Because Torch takes longer to set up than Phoenix does, and Luna has infinite range healing. But that also means that you rely really heavily on your line of sight, and you're only pocket healer, so your Adam can push up with your team, but their healing is going to be limited as they take space. And you don't want to just leave the cart completely unescorted the entire time. So, luckily it didn't really bother us right now, but that is something to keep in mind that, like, as Luna, you're kind of forced to just be the person escorting cart. Ooh. Is that just, did we walk in the center, or was that just... Oh, yeah, that was just an accident. That's awkward. I want to see that again, because I didn't see the center. Like, I'm going to be real. I mean, obviously you were walking to a Namor, but I didn't know which part of it you were in. Like, I was surprised you died to... Yeah. Oh, I see. Bro, it's the skin. It's the skin! Wait, you could see it barely, but look at this. Wait, you could... Even before that, you could see it. You could see it. Yeah, you can see that right here. But with the skin on, you can barely see it. The skin actually... I think the skin gets you killed here. Like, unironically, it's so much harder to see the Namor circle in the skin. That's crazy. Normal Luna ult does not get you killed there. But, I mean, we actually wind up winning this fight, it looks like. At least we're up. And then we get line of sight of our Hulk, and he can go back in. Yep. I like it. Switching the Snowflake to a Torch. Good freeze. Good exile by your Hulk. You don't need to be turning at him anymore. I know it's like really minor, but like honestly, like right here, once he's transforming, like you don't need to be the one here. Like he's got a Hulk and an Adam on looking at him. Just turn around, look at your thing. Granted, it doesn't wind up being an issue here, but it can be an issue in the future if like you take that extra 1 second to look at this Hulk that's gonna die regardless of you looking at him. This guy could die in the future. Don't get punished for it here, but just something to note that if you know that it's a confirmed kill, just treat it as if he's dead. If your team doesn't kill him without you looking at him, then that's like it is more likely that that thing dies in that situation because you're not looking at him than the Hulk being an issue because your team is unable to kill him, right? Just likelihood. Nice. Protect your Adam. Important. Nice. Okay. I was going to say, might have needed to pop that earlier because... Wait. So there's actually two things to note here, which, granted, I want to see how this plays out again. I just want to see this entire... So... Because, like, overall you're doing fine right here. I think I would rather have my tanks pushing up a little bit further, faster, but we have our two DPSs here. I don't know if I like them fighting here. Because your Phoenix doesn't have any healing here. Your Torch has Snowflake, but you don't have anybody to heal to proc it. And also something to note is that you pop Phoenix ult here to pressure them, which overall isn't terrible because they pop Luna ult to try and save themselves. But there is a way that we just pressure this normally and then save our Phoenix Luna ult, and we win if they pop Luna ult anyway. Even if they get a better Luna ult timing, we damage boost it and kill them. Especially seeing how they have a Spider-Man, right? So they have a Spider-Man, so they're way less likely to kill your Phoenix ult if you go for the damage boost to kill their Luna. Because they're relying on Namor and Ultron and Luna to kill it. And I guess Strange can help too. But like, if all those people are looking at Phoenix ult, then the rest of your team kind of melts them, right? Strange kind of has to keep his shield up while you're in Luna ult damage boosting. So I feel like popping this Phoenix ult, like, while it is like okay, it doesn't really get much value. And then by the time they get out here, see, like, at this point, I'm probably looking to pop my Luna ult before he even starts shooting. Because I know they're walking with Luna ult. So these DPSs, the Torch and the Phoenix, are likely to be in trouble here. Which, I don't even know where your Torch is right now. But, oh, he's behind you. But your Phoenix definitely dies for that. But either way, like, I don't think it's gonna matter too much here. But now, like, imagine if you had, your Phoenix ult here. Like, you just destroy all of them, right? But we killed the what's it called? The Ultron. Looking alright. That Namor ult did not really get that much value, or any at all. Nice. Ooh. Your Torch was just kind of out of position. I feel, unless he just got new, like, nah, he definitely could have, like, look where he dies. He dies right here. Like, surely, like, there's so much more area where he can get cover. But he died really fast, for what it's worth. Like, you go slightly out of position, he just dies. I do like how as soon as your Snowflake target dies, your Snowflake is immediately on your Phoenix. Makes a lot of sense. Keep your Snowflake on the valuable targets, especially since you have two extremely good Snowflake targets in this comp. So I like the way that you're balancing it. I like popping this clap here, build a lot of ult charge here. Good freeze. Okay. This Strange is... Oh. Yeah, they're in shambles. Did we need to pop that Luna ult? Or were we just like, were we just... I want to see this one more time. Because I feel like I'm not exactly sure why we popped it. Was somebody, like, low? Or... Okay, so they us against the world. But even here, like... Even here... Like... I don't really know what the plan was. Like, I'm looking at our HPs. Like, nobody got low. We don't damage boost. We're not trying to kill them in the ult. I think we might have just been, like, blindly matching. But the thing is, they have two healer ults and we don't. So, by blindly matching, they have better healer ult with this Luna ult. And also, I mean, granted, your Phoenix ult is really far away. Um, and you don't really have anybody else who's like good to combo your damage boost with. So it's like you're basically just using your ult for defense. But even then, like you either could have waited longer to or just kited the cloak ult, knowing that they had Luna ult as well. Yeah, that's kind of just a reset situation. Has your Adam rezzed yet? Now that like I'm trying to think, has your Adam rezzed? I don't remember you getting rezzed by him. And you're like the #1 res target. Like if you die, he should solo res you. You are the most important life on this team by far. Like if your Hulk dies, if your thing dies, if anybody else dies, it's like the fight is more often than not going to be winnable 5v6 or 5v5. If you die and it's like 5v5, even if you die and trade for anybody on their team, even their Luna, then your team's at a big disadvantage because they're solo healing Adam. Solo healing Adam with 2 Snowflake targets, which means that if this Adam looks to heal this torch, there's a good chance that he heals this torch and he's too far away for it to bounce. Like right here, if he heals his torch, it's probably not even bouncing. It might be, I think it's too far to even bounce. So your Snowflake on this torch is super important. So if you die, he needs to be like solo resing you. Like unironically. There's the res. Okay. Well. Alright, that works out. I mean, overall, you're playing really well. Other than that, ult was a little questionable. And then, what was looking at the Hulk after he was getting demacked? And honestly, that's really minor. Like, that's not even a focus point. That's just straight up like, there might be a situation, like, if you do that 10 games in a row in that exact scenario, there's like probably like 2 or 3 of those realities where your thing dies or like somebody else dies because you're looking at a Hulk that's getting transformed. So it's like really minor, but it would happen. Of like at some point in time, that exact scenario could play out and somebody dies because you're looking the wrong direction. But realistically, it's not like you're playing really well. Um, I mean, you and the enemy Luna have pretty even healing. But the way you're enabling your torch is like this is basically why you ban torch, because you give him Snowflake, you make sure he doesn't die, and if he knows what he's doing a little bit to like do the DPS while being enabled, it's over. They don't have a torch. They probably will eventually, but because I think I saw it on scoreboard. But if you're not gonna play torch, you kind of have to ban him for this reason. Like if you have a competent Luna who's keeping Snowflake on him, if they're giving him Invis team up, like shit like that, this character's just gets so much value, and you could see it like even like looking at the scoreboard, right? Like this torch has 12 final hits, and like doing a lot of damage. He's not even out damaging the Phoenix, but he's doing a lot of damage still. It's close, and he has 12 finals, and it's just because he just is unkillable. He's flying in the air. Like even if they're focusing him, like you have Snowflake and you're doing so much damage, you're occasionally like switching to look at him to top him off. Like it's especially because he also has Adam, who's a targeted healer. So like just like that, like literally, it's just like he gets a top off, and somebody's looking at him, you help him out, right? If you enable torch like this, it's just easy money. Good freeze. That Hulk probably could have died if the enemy team was looking at him, because the strange was cutting heals. Oh, that's unfortunate. We're gonna lose this fight. Unless, no. Yeah. Honestly, it low key, it kind of feels like a lot of these fights that you are losing, which by a lot I mean like you've only lost like 3 fights in this entire game so far, if that. But a lot of the fights that could be lost with this comp get lost because you're having dual heal Adam. And it, don't get me wrong, I think dual heal Adam can potentially work, but the thing is, you can't like patty cake properly. That's kind of Adam's issue, is that he doesn't have consistent healing. So you have to rely on popping your cooldowns, which the good thing is he gives you an extra cooldown to pop for your self-sustain, and you're doing it well. But if they do something where you need to have healing, he has to burn a full cooldown just on you. Okay. If we're gonna rise to our friends, I'm like, okay, that's fine, because I think we pop ult here. I would be looking to pop ult and running to my team, to be honest. But I think this is good discipline, actually, to not. Let me just make sure I'm not trolling, because in my head, I know if we're planning, I like playing for the Adam ult here. Like, I wouldn't be popping ult here, because I know that if our Adam is saying he's gonna res or he's planning on resing, this is fine. At this point, I'm probably looking at the enemy team and seeing how far they are. Yeah, so at this point, I'm looking to sandwich them. Like, I'd be running into them with ults if our Hulk, because I know our Hulk is critical. I'd be telling him to jump in, and I'd just be running to catch him with the healing. I think that would have some potential. So instead of backing off this blade, we run past him. That way we can contest and have this Hulk behind these guys. And then our rest of our team can be fighting in front. Something like that. Although, the way you play this here, like just protecting yourself from the blade, and just playing normally and getting the better healer ult does have merit. The reason why I like forcing an ult here is because the enemy team was fully out of position. We just revived our Phoenix, so we can combo this. So they actually, this Luna ult gets countered. So even though they have a better healer ult, our Phoenix ult will kill it if we damage boost it. And then we have a Hulk who's on critical, who we could have just sent in and like healed with our ult. So like, it would have been them taking the fight to us, and then we counter it. But I think this is fine too, because they didn't get a lot of distance from that. Especially seeing as we only have one healer ult, so I get wanting to be very like conservative with it. That's unfortunate. Yeah, but we kind of hold it a little too long. Oh, wait, what's that? Our Phoenix ult that we just missed a damage boost? Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's a little awkward. Yeah. I think we held our ult a little too long. So, like, look at this. So their Luna popped ult here. She would have popped it second, if you had ulted earlier, but she's already at 40%. So they have healer ult advantage. You're like heavy healer ult. They can stack these, actually. And you're just now charging yours. That's a tough call, though, because I feel like the thing is, even though I personally would have tried to call for a Luna ult fight when they were out of position, like when they were all pushed up here, I think there was a lot of potential to fight with the Phoenix ult and the Hulk jumping in, to keep them in that position. I don't hate that you're holding it for longer, trying to get the maximum value, right? Because it's like, in theory, it makes sense. I want to hold this as long as I can. That way I don't waste it early and they abuse the fact that they know it's on cooldown. But it feels like when you did use it, it was a little miscalculated. Like, we had just lost a tank after we used it. The damage boost, even if it was properly damage boost, I think you might have only gotten 1 kill. Just because like it wasn't as good of a Phoenix ult. I think you kind of missed a really golden opportunity there, but I think you're gonna get another fight on this point anyway, as long as you guys don't stagger. So it can work out, but they're gonna have Cloak and Dagger ult, which is gonna make it difficult to fight here. And now we switch to mag, which I like the mag switch way more than, or the mag pick over the thing pick here. I think having a shield and any amount of mitigation is really helpful here. Oh, that's the reload so awkward. Nice. Okay, we stabilize. So I'm looking for the lineup. So we have 6 ults here. You know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm thinking. They for sure have Luna ult. You have all 6 ults. Damage boost it. And you have to do it before the Punisher ult. So you have to be proactive with this. If Punisher ults, he's gonna break the Phoenix ult every single time. Either that, or now that you have Mag, you go for the Phoenix Mag ult. But I don't have the most faith in that play in solo queue. But it is doable. And I think so that's in my head. There's a couple things I'm thinking, right? I mean, either thinking we Phoenix Luna damage boost to win this fight immediately, and we save our other ults because we won, or we save the Mag ult for the Punisher ult and wait for them to engage and counter it, because they don't have a Mag. So if Punisher ults and he's out of position, he's dead, or their Luna is dead. Somebody is dead with this Punisher if they Punisher ult first. So if they force out a Phoenix, or if they force out your Luna ult, you should probably be looking to be aggressive with it. If they don't, then you use Mag ult to respond. That's like the call that's going on in my head. Wait, was that a solo res? That was a solo res, right? He solo reses the torch? I don't know if I like that. I don't like that. So wait, this is not you. This is your Adam. But your torch, 4 seconds to spawn. He's torched, so he's relatively fast. And look how far we're pushed up. If we get in trouble because our torch is dead, we just back up and he meets us like here. Like, why are we resing this? So late too. Like, we do not need this much tempo. Although we are kind of being a little reckless here. We have to be careful. I mean, we're not, like, dying, but we are going to be pretty close to dying if we don't be careful. I would probably want you to be trying to position on high ground if you can. Up here. Just because, looking at their team comp, they don't have anybody who can just sneak up on you, right? Like, yes, Thor and a Strange and even Blade can get up to you, but they don't have like a Psylocke or a Black Panther or somebody who can just annihilate you before you can drop. So if you're playing up here, healing your team from up here and getting this angle, one, you have to communicate that you don't see deep enough, right? So like you're trying to heal them like all the way through here. Tell them to back up a little bit so you can be in a better position. Because if you are all the way on this ground level, you're more likely to die behind your team. But also getting this high ground gives you a second layer of defense, right? Because you get to back up back here, you get to fall back behind this cover instead of having to just be straight back. Because then like people like this Blade who's about to turn this corner could see you from this angle anyway. Whereas when you're up here, you have the luxury of dropping back behind cover. You have this cover. You just have a lot more cover. But the way your team was playing, you're kind of forced to play up with them. But if you're willing to communicate that you want them to fall back further and they're willing to cooperate, then I would prefer to be seeing the Luna be further up here or even up here, building to fall back. But up here is kind of dangerous because this flank route gets behind you. But it's a little dangerous to just be on the ground and just backing up with your team because some stuff can happen that just is out of nowhere and they can get back there. It's easier to get behind the team than it is to get above the team for most characters. And when they do get above, you have the ability to protect yourself. Like if Thor jumps on you, you can freeze him. But yeah, I don't think you're getting punished for that, but just be aware of your passive positioning when you're in between fights or looking for tempo. Okay. I Okay, wait. I just want to replay this fight a little bit because I just want to know what happens since. Okay, so we're up far. They're pushing us back, which is this is fine. Taking the space is fine. I like this. I want to know what things happen in what order because their Thor goes up high ground. Okay, we knock him back down. He's going for a torch. Judge, Jury, Executioner, and then we Magneto ult. And then their blade ults from the side. It's a bad blade ult. And we get soul bonded, which is good. But this blade ult doesn't really like even if you didn't ult. Okay, yeah, like even if you didn't ult, like not only were you soul bonded, but like you just walk forward. But I think ulting is probably the right move here, especially since we did not kill the Punisher with the mag ult. But here's the thing, right? So it's like now that they have Punisher ult up, we don't really want to go for a damage boost Phoenix ult because Punisher's just gonna break it, or he's gonna kill you. So it's like now because we use all of our ults reactively, it kind of feels awkward. I don't think this is gonna end up bad, but it could end up bad. That was a really good grab. I was right about to say I would want to put a snowflake on torch right now. Okay, they portal back. It's not a great Agamotto. Just hits the... Oh, wow. I feel like that Adam could have lived. I feel like we could have saved him, but it's okay. Ooh. Thing is, if Adam dies, it's not as bad as if you die. Because if you die, your whole team gets, like, no healing. Adam can only heal so much at a time. Like, over the course of a game, Adam can heal a decent amount. But it's like, compared to Luna, it's... You need your Luna alive. In this comp. Okay. Alright. I mean, well played. This game... Okay. So the scoreboard doesn't look crazy one-sided. It looks a little one-sided, but this game felt really one-sided. I guess the scoreboard does look pretty one-sided. Like 2-18 finals. Their highest is 13. This guy gets completely diffed. Yeah. The thing is, like, this game looked very one-sided. Like, it looked like you guys... Yeah, you lost a couple of fights, but, like, it was never like, oh, I don't think you're gonna win this. Like, it was very clear who was gonna win the entire game. At least, like, who was in control of the game. It's kind of hard to see. Um, it's kind of hard to tell how well you were playing overall. The only thing that I really noticed, like as far as like major impactful things, is the reactive use of your ultimates. I think that's the big thing because there were a couple of times where in my head I'm thinking if you pop your ult in this way, and especially since I'm pretty sure this is your duo. If it's not, then my bad. But whoever this Phoenix is, like I would be expecting you to be like, "Yo, we can just Phoenix ult them here," and they had a Spider-Man at one point, right? Am I tripping? Yeah, they had a Spider-Man at one point who like they had Spider-Man and like Namor who like aren't the best at killing Phoenix ult. Like they're not like Namor's not terrible. Spider-Man is terrible at killing Phoenix ult. But like the likelihood that the Phoenix ult gets broken if it's used on like a surprise angle or something is pretty low. So you go and damage boost that and you either win the fight instantly with two ults and then you save the rest of your resources for the next fight, or they like find a way to block it or they're really prepared, and if they are, then good for them. But by using your ults completely reactively, especially because it seems like your Phoenix was using her ult way more proactively than we were using Luna ult, and I feel like uh being willing to combo those are really important, especially with like not only once you had a Magneto, you could also combo that with Phoenix ult. I think comboing Phoenix ult is really important because a lot of times if you don't combo it, it either gets broken or you don't get consistent value out of it because it does do a lot of damage, but it's pretty easy to prepare for if you know you have pocket healers willing to like pocket everybody to full. It might not get kills. It does have like a decent amount of pressure by just doing damage, and you know you're going to take a chunk of damage, but it doesn't confirm kills that easily unless you combo it with something like a Luna damage boost or a Magneto ult or like a Psylocke ult even. Um, but like it does the best when you combo it with some sort of synergy. And one of those synergies is Luna ult. Granted, I will say that you did kind of have to use Luna ult really carefully in this game since your other healer was an Atom. Um, so it is kind of forgivable that you don't want to use it proactively like that. I feel like it's kind of hard because it puts you in a difficult position. But I feel like there are times where you could have like won fights either for free or changed the pace of them very easily by looking for those aggressive combos. Um, but even then, it's like one of the things where it's like it is completely reasonable to hold onto your ults more easily. Because for example, if you do combo Luna Phoenix and they don't pop their Luna ult, like they don't respond, they're like, oh, we're dead. Then they have two healer ults for the next fight, right? So I think there's merit to both sides. I feel like it is worth limit testing and like incorporating into your playstyle, being proactive about the combo ults and about how you use your healer ults because it's you don't always have to save your healer ults to get a better one. Um, like in general, it's a good idea to have the second ult or have the last ult. That way, you have the best healer ult. But um, sorry, but let me think. If you have a plan on how to respond to the enemy's response, it makes sense. So like for example, if you have like an Iron Man and you're like, I'll pop Luna ult, they're gonna respond with a healer ult or else they lose, and then we Iron Man ult it like simple 1 2 and then like three, right? Luna ult, they Luna ult, we Iron Man ult it. Obviously, there's more nuance to that like situation, but like as long as you have a plan on what you're gonna do to their response, you can afford to do things more aggressively or more proactively. And I think that's kind of like the big thing I'm noticing. But realistically, it's hard to say if that's a um entire metric of your playstyle, or if that's just this game because you had an atom. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break before we get to the next VOD. I'm gonna think about this more if there's anything else I have to say, but I'll be right back. Back. No, I was not talking. That was probably just my fan lighting up my PNG. Yes, we are back. Um, yeah, so thinking about this VOD a little more, I feel like it's kind of hard to say because I feel like you didn't really get that heavily contested for most of the game. You did a really good job at enabling like your torch and staying alive for the most part. Um, but there's not really too much to criticize because it felt like you didn't really run into a ton of struggles that you had to face. Like it felt pretty routine for the most part. I would be more interested in seeing more of your gameplay if you were like either struggling to stay alive or struggling to keep your team alive or like in a situation where you feel like you weren't doing super well because this kind of even though the scoreboard doesn't look that one-sided, this game felt kind of like a stomp overall. And it's kind of hard to judge a game that is this kind of stomp because it felt like just pretty much everybody on their team was just getting diffed. Um, and it didn't really feel like there's too much to criticize about it. Also, hey Spec, how are you doing? Trying to think of which one we want to do next. Okay. Let's look at Pika's VOD. Let's see, how long is this? 20 minutes? This isn't even. I'm not sure if this is the VOD that Pika meant to submit, to be quite honest. I don't think it is. I don't think this is the right VOD. This is with Jet, which is there. One of our teammates asked for all blondes. Where? I don't think this is the right game. I don't. Something tells me that Luna is not blonde, and neither are any of these characters. So I feel like this is not the game that. This is not the right code for this game. Um. So we're gonna skip it for now. We're gonna see. Um. I'm gonna reply to this actually. I don't know. Well, it's hard to say. Cause wait, let me look at this one more time. I'm confused. First of all, the map is different than what he says. He says New York Kirby Escort, which would be Midtown. But he says he goes Hawkeye for the fuck of it, which he does play Hawkeye in this game, but this is in Midtown, and they're not running all blonde. So I think this might be a different game. If Pika is still awake and responds, maybe we can get a correction. Oh, as we could do Venny's. I think I'm gonna pass on Wisdoms because it is like a month old, and it's kind of on me, but uh, I'll keep it in queue just in case. But it is kind of old. That's Hoyo's. And then where's Venice? This is Venice. 8 minutes. Hollow Djalia. Um, playing with Nani. Okay, so we are the main duelist here. More Iron Fist, Scarlet Witch, Moon Knight. We play a lot of different characters. 4 different characters. We have trouble against this Hawkeye, it seems. Yeah, this seems like it'll be quick too. So we're gonna go over Venny's VOD here, see if Pika responds, and we're gonna do this. All right. So I just want to see what's going on here. I don't know who you start as or what's going on, why you play so many different characters, why we swap so much. Um, yeah, there's a lot of question marks here. Hulk is banned, so we're going to more with no Hulk. Squirrel Girl band's interesting. Okay. Especially in Hall Djalia. So we're number 1 here. Don't even need to move anything. So let's see. We start on Namor, so we're Namor no Hulk, which is okay, but we're starting on solo tank thing. Okay, so we start triple DPS and end solo DPS. All right, first off, okay, wrong button. First off, what is this positioning here? Like, look where we are. We don't even break the glass. We're just all sitting right here, off rip. I want to see where we start first. Breaking the bridge is good. Okay, but look at this team positioning here. Like, look where we are. This is what we call a death ball. We are just all balled up. Imagine if they had a Moon Knight. This guy would get ult in 1 second with this death ball. If they have a Phoenix, you guys are cooked. And they're even running to high ground. Like, look at their pathing compared to your positioning. Like, they're just perfectly countering your positioning. Like, you don't have the utility to be able to get up here easily. You have to use a lot of resources to get up here. You don't even have the glass broken. Um, and they're about to just have high ground on you, like full high ground, and your storm is like in a bad position to get healed. And now we're fighting upwards. Our thing is up there, struggling to get healed because we're down here. I mean, we're winning this fight. So, at this point, you might as well get this health pack. Um, so I feel like it's really hard to like right here. Obviously, you should be getting healing, but if your healers are not able to heal you, um, you probably have enough health to get this health pack, right? Like your threat here is going to be Penny. Um, and you even have bubble. Like you could bubble and you could float back. Like literally, you could have bubbled and floated back to this health pack. So instead of forcing your healers to look at you, you just get this health pack, right? Um, but they do heal you, which it works out. But it's one of the things where you're making both of your healers look behind them. We need to be represent. Like this is not where you need to be. Like your invis is up there fighting them. Like honestly, there is merit to using your bubble to get up here and backing your team up here. Because it is very unlikely that you get dove hard enough that you need to use your bubble again within 20 seconds if your whole team is up here. You're just letting your team fight without you. Even your cloak is using the cape to get up there, and you're just breaking this bridge. You know the reason why you break this bridge, right? So the Hoyo, thanks for the raid. Hoyo, we just did your we just finished your VOD, Hoyo. Thanks for the raid. For those raiders who are coming in, I'm the only Soto. I do Marvel Rivals coaching right now. I do some other stuff, but that's pretty much the main focus of my channel. I just sort of go do a lot of VOD reviews, a lot of Yap sessions, talk about stuff, help people get better, help myself get better, you know, all that jazz. How are you guys doing? How are you doing, Hoyo? How was your stream? What's up, Basil? How are you doing? You do be yapping. I do be yapping. I'm gonna take this opportunity to drink some water. Still working out some kinks with the dual PC stream. Oh, you had dual PC setup now? I'm assuming that's a new thing if you're working out kinks, but that's pretty awesome. Doing good. Glad to hear it. All right. So what I'm looking at here is like, look at your positioning. Look at your team's positioning. At this point, like, well, okay, we have a couple problems here. Obviously, we are um alone and we're not controlling any high ground. Even if you were gonna play a off angle from your team, play like up here or something. Or back here. Like it's not the end of the world to be in a different angle from your team. But you have the worst angle on your team. Typically, if you're going to off angle from your team and play a different angle than where your team is playing, you want to have a better angle. Um, which imagine if this was flipped, right? Imagine if you were controlling this high ground here and your team was down here. Like that would be even better. Because then your team can look at you while you have first contact. But now you're last contact. And if this storm wants to isolate this fight against you, she can. So we're really like, and we're still breaking this bridge. The reason we break this bridge is so we have better line of sight of main. If we're not playing this main, we don't really need to break this bridge. Like the reason is because when this bridge is broken, it makes it a lot easier for your healers who are playing on site or up here. So like look at this line of sight right here. If your tanks were fighting this corridor, they would have a tough time getting healed here because this bridge is in the way. But when you break it, they have way better line of sight. But we're not playing like that. We don't have healers looking for this angle. We have no reason to be looking this angle right now. So instead of breaking this bridge, you could just go wider and look and spot for info. Because that's the only reason why we need the bridge broken right now. Okay. Good catch. Um, Honestly, there is merit to just walking down main here. And just spotting for the back end. Because we did get some picks, so we know that there's somebody running back. We know this Thor is running back. We know that there's a storm flying back, right? Um, but look at this fight. Look how bad this fight looks. I know you guys are ahead as far as numbers, but look how bad this angle looks to fight upwards against. They have perma high ground. It is way easier for them to just shoot down at you guys. And if we're not going to control the entrance here, they're going to get a refill. Or they're going to two-pronged attack you. So we either need to control more aggressive space here, or find a way to fight up here. Because if we give this to them for free and don't high ground fight at all, we're just looking at them up like this. Like this fantastic, this thing, and you, like Invis can probably jump up there with their double jump, but all these none of you can fight up there. And as long as they stay out of Invis pole range, or stay out of threat of the Invis pole, like you're not gonna be able to pick them off here. It's way harder for you. And like look at how you're trying to peek them. You have to like jump peek them. Oh, you ult that. You ult that to send a message. Not actually, but you can just, if Jeff is going to swallow your team and you have no answer for it, you can just ult it so he dies instantly. It's funny. But there's better use for ult, but we're just, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This Hawkeye isn't even on high ground, but because they come from high ground, like, look at how much space we have to give. Wait, let's go back to this originally. This Jeff is actually, like, this is actually kind of a throw play, but, like, look at how throw this is. First of all, he jumps down to ult. So he gets in the ground later. But, like, look at how much, like, They pull all of our attention here, and then they just poke at us from high ground. And they don't even need to jump down. I don't know. I want to see when this Hawkeye jumps down, but why does he do this? Like, he has no reason to even jump down. He just stays up there. Oh, okay, because he got Fantastic ulted. But, like, because they control that high ground and you guys have literally zero high ground control, no pressure at all, they can just get that for free. And that's not entirely on you. That's like a full team issue. We're just playing with no high ground. There is, like, specifically for you. So there are some heads up plays you could have done here, right? So we could just talk about this, right? So when this Jeff comes down to ult, so you know, once you hear this ult, it doesn't matter where he is, if he's here or not, there's two things you can do, right? Like heads up plays. You can ult the Jeff to instant kill him when he swallows. You can ult his team because they're down a healer. But you should be doing something proactive because you know that when Jeff ults, if we're all going to block it, which we all do. Look at that. We all block it. So now you're in your bubble. Once you realize, oh, this Jeff is getting nothing, they're going to kill him. Maybe you ult this high ground. They can't cape it. This wins you the fight here if you ult this, right? They can't do anything about that. But now we're all looking at this Jeff. Like, this Jeff misses his ult, and he still somehow hits 3 of us. Look at that. He misses his ult. He didn't swallow anybody, and 3 of us are distracted by it. He dies for it, but, like, you give them so much space for that. Like, you lose your invis for that. And that's something that, from your perspective, you definitely could have fixed that. If you ult anybody here, an ult here wins you this fight. It doesn't matter who you ult. You ult the Jeff, you ult the Hawkeye, either of them, you win that fight. But now you're just a sitting duck. But I think the bigger issue is just how we were playing that as a team. We need somebody to go strange here. We popped co-op time. Wait, like... Yeah, we have the time to portal right here. Oh my god. No, I would definitely be strange portaling this. I know you have ult, but, like, I would be looking to portal that immediately. Just because it's so risky to just walk back. I mean, you don't get punished for it, but there is a world where you just lose this fight easily for this. Whereas, like, with the portal, this is, like, a really good fight for you, I think. Oh, okay. We need to ult. Even if it's for tempo. Like, if you... Like, I know it's feels like a waste here, but this is super losable. Like, at this position, they have 2 healers, a Hawkeye, and a Thor in here. If you die, if your Thor dies, or if, like, any of these guys die, your invis is still running back from spawn. Like, this could just be their point right now. They can steamroll this. And look, your Thor dies. Your thing dies. And your invis just gets back, and we're just using healer ults to stall point. And we're still not switching strange. I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know why you're not switching, but this seems like a very classic situation of this mentality a lot of players have where they only want to switch once they use their ult, but then you also hold your ult until you die. So you just go 2 lives without switching because you have your ult, and that's convincing you not to switch. But then, because you aren't ulting before you die, you loop it. It just repeats. And that seems like what might be happening here. But now I don't think there's a point. I don't think we can fight this. We're like, yeah, we're just fighting into a penny here. We have no reason to even, like, we might as well be setting up for a close fight. Wow, okay, that was actually a really good ult. But we couldn't have, like, we would have had our ult again probably if we just waited. We actually saved this. We need to break that nest. I am so surprised that that worked. Because, like, should this have worked? Let me just look at this again. Should this have worked? Definitely not. Definitely not. Right? Like, if this door hits you with that push, you're dead. If these mines blow up on you, you're dead. If these people don't group up to get ulted, you're dead. Like, the stars aligned for you to get that ult and, like, survive here. Yeah, no, and then we're storm ulting? Okay, what's going on here? Are... Oh, she was just touching. Wait, so we full hold first. First of all, you should not have held that. Like, good job for doing it, but that should not have worked. We definitely should have been. That was like crazy. What just happened in this game? Okay, so what happens on our attack? Because you've only played Namor so far. So when do we switch these other characters? Okay. So, two things to know. I keep accidentally pressing that. So, right here, you need to be careful when you're rolling out. I think you need to put a lot of emphasis on maintaining high ground in almost any situation. So, there's a couple reasons why rolling out here is really dangerous. Rolling out main. So this is like the standard place where people roll out. But look where your Thor goes. Let's just look at this. Look where your Thor and your Invis are. Look at how good this angle feels. So there's a couple things you can know. You can get wider angles on this flank position because people will like to play up here. So you'll very frequently, like extremely frequently, this is like a power position that you'll see people play in. Whether they're playing Phoenix or Hela or Moon Knight, Namor, Spider-Man, Black Panther, literally anybody who wants to take an off angle wants control of this rafter. Because if they don't control it, it lets the enemy team get up on here, and now this position is disgusting. So very frequently you'll see a flanker, a Psylocke, a Phoenix, anybody just be up on here, ready to look down at you, right? So, and they usually will walk up late and wait for you to walk past. So, by going down here, you just fall completely prey to that. You don't really see this angle until you're already in a vulnerable position where you can't back up from it very well. However, if you go up here, you're able to slice the pie. So you never get looked at from main. Nobody main can see you, but you can fight this angle. You can get control over this, or you can at least poke them out. And if there's nobody there and it's safe, then you can start looking here. You can start looking here. And now, if you're fighting downward, not only do you have cover here, you have high ground. So it lets you do three things. It lets you isolate the angle on this flank position. And even here, if somebody plays here, nobody really ever does, but it is also isolatable. But it lets you isolate the angle on the flank position, and it gives you high ground and cover from main. And on a character like Namor, who thrives really heavily on having high ground and off angles, that's really important. So we're running down main, which is risky, because now right when we turn this corner right here, once we turn this corner, we are looking at one threat and two threats. We never even checked it. So if somebody peeks us at the same time as their flanker, we're getting cooked. And also keep in mind one of our healers is up here, so we're actually getting cooked with only one healer. And now we're fighting a low ground fight even because they have an Iron Man. But it's even if they didn't have an Iron Man, if somebody's up here, it's a low ground fight. If somebody's up here, it's a low ground fight. You pretty much never want to fight low ground fights. Okay. There's a health pack that your Thor just took. But now, look where you are. Like, you're like, oh, I need healing, but you're forcing your healers to look 180. And that's kind of like a team organization issue. Like, you guys were not on the same page. Like, you were up here, your Thor was up here, you went up here, your healers went up main, one of your healers dies. Like, we're just super disorganized with how we're doing this. And it's completely okay to take the fight slow. And I think that's going to be a big issue that I think a lot of people need to practice, and it seems like you included, is that it's okay to take an extra 30 seconds to fight this high ground, to break the penny into mines, to break this nest, and to just take this high ground, even if it's a longer route, but we get a way better fight, and we're more likely to take this point. By just forcing up main, we let Penny keep her setup, we let this stay alive, and they have more mobile healers than us, right? So like this rocket can get high ground really easily, with a low cooldown ability. And then we're like down a healer. Like this is not good for us. Like we kill Emma, but Emma can switch Strange, and we lose our healer, but our healer cannot switch Strange because then we're down a healer. So like it feels really awkward. We're like bubbling, like towards our side to get in the bubble. Oh, surely. Could you have meleeed him? I think you could have. It would have been close. Maybe not. But yeah, we're just scrapping to scrap. And like we're still like we're not even resetting here. We're stalling. We're just staggering. Yeah. And then we're gonna roll. I would literally recommend just sitting in spawn. Literally, don't even peek this. If you can't like if you can't not stagger, like this right here is a staggered risk. Even though she's invisible, there is a world where she gets staggered. There's a world where he gets staggered. There's a world where you get staggered. Because like, can this Venom see you? I think this Venom might be able to just see you. Yeah. Like this Venom knows you're there. So like, there's a world where like these people just die right off the bat. And then you're staggered. Also, I actually don't hate the Iron Fist pick here, aside from the fact they're running Penny. You were very much the best person at taking out Penny's setup, and now you don't have anybody good at taking out Penny's setup. What is this rocket doing? Okay. Yeah, we're on your VOD then, yeah. Okay. So, I need to, because of spectating glitch, I need to make sure you're not blind. But, just something to note here. This doorway, right here, this is the worst choke point in this entire map to funnel through. Like, literally, like, whole map, all 3 points, this is the worst choke point. This doorway right here. It is 10 times worse to fight through this choke point. It is already the worst choke point, no matter what. It is 10 times worse if they have a Penny. This should be your last resort. The only reason you should go through this doorway in this situation is if you're like a flanker. Or if you're like, I don't know, fucking flanking Loki. Or you need a touch as Invisible Woman or something. Pushing through this is just crazy dangerous. It's way better to split your attack. And I think this is another general rule that a lot of people need to learn. You need to split your attack. You're playing Iron Fist, so it's okay for you to be here. Maybe looking up here and looking for an opportunity to come down. But if your whole team is coming through here, and I know you have one person main, but if most of your team is coming through here, this is where most of their attention is going to be. And all of a sudden, this is not really that much of an off angle, right? Because this Hawkeye, let's just look at this Hawkeye's perspective, right? Right here. This Hawkeye, if you come up here, he can literally see you. Like, this guy can see you if you take a good high ground position. Because your team is pulling attention towards you. Now, if your team was pulling through main, and maybe you had somebody playing up on high ground. Now you split the threat where they have to look here up this street. They might have to look up here for a flanker, and they have to look up here for you diving them. That could be really confusing for them. But this Hawkeye and this Iron Man, look at where they have to look. Yeah, they're looking at the exact same angle, and it's covering both of where your team is. And the only person who split is a Mr. Fantastic, right? Who has no dive ability. Like, he's just gonna walk up normally. So, where, like, this doorway is just awful to push. And I think we might be about to see that. Why? Okay. And we gotta pick... Oh, we're just walking on mines. Yeah, we do gotta worry about those. And this is kind of what it... Yeah. So, this is what I was talking about when you switch off Namor. You have nobody who can break this nest here. Like, this nest right here, you actually just don't have anybody who can break it. Like, your best nest breaker for this nest specifically is, like, a Thor coming up here and Awaken forming here. Like, this nest is invulnerable to your team, basically. Like, Dagger's gonna throw daggers at it or something. You have nobody to break this nest. Like, I think that's kind of, like, Iron Fist... It's interesting because against the rest of their team, it's actually not that bad. But because they have a penny, if you're going to play Iron Fist, you need to switch to Fantastic. You need to switch somebody. Somebody needs to be able to deal with the nest. Do we play another life as Iron Fist? Okay, Okay, another thing. If this is an extended fight, especially because we're, like, getting close to healer ults or something, and you know that Penny's setup is on high ground, like, in extended fights, that's the best time to use a Strange Portal. Because you can split off the people from the enemy team that might be dying and running back to point, and then you can have your full 6 on point, because, you know, people who are respawning from your spawn are there instantly, and the people running back from their spawn have to go a separate route, or they have a longer spawn. Like, there's at least 2, maybe 3 times this game where I've already been like, you should just switch to Strange. I know you play Strange. Oh. Are we able to break this? I think we are. This could have just been breakable. Like, it's already almost broken without you. Iron Fist melts Rocket Ult. Like, yeah, Iron Fist just destroys Rocket Ult instantly, and you're about to have ult, so wasting your block isn't that big of a deal. Like, you're not going to get any value by hitting this Rocket because he's in his ult. And then we're popping ult after our whole team is dead. Yeah, like, at this point, you're kind of staggered. Like, unless you full wipe them, which you're doing a really good job, but unless you get all, like, unless you got all of them right there and won that fight, literally won that fight, you just wasted your ult and staggered 10 seconds. So it's like, your team can't really go in without you, because if they go in 5v6, they're going to get cooked, because their team's going to be regrouped pretty fast compared to you, because you just spawned. I don't think Wanda's... I'm going to be real, I don't think Wanda's ever the answer, but especially not here. Wanda struggles to deal with a lot of characters on their team, like Iron Man and Hawkeye. And even Penny does well against Wanda. And Cloak and Dagger even. Cloak and Dagger wins the Wanda 1v1. Yeah, I feel like this might just be a tilt pick at this point. Like, I don't know why you switched off of Namor, to be honest. Like, you were doing okay on Namor. Yeah. Like, there's not much to say. Like, it just feels like we're just tilted at this point. Just switch to Strange. Yeah, it's too late. No, so... there's a couple of things that are really major here. And so there's a couple of things that are team based that are really major, and then there's a couple of things that are personal based, and I'll talk about both. So first of all, look at our team's positioning. We need, if nobody on your team is calling it, you need to call it. Why the fuck are we all here? We have 5 low ground, and our storm is the one that's not with the death ball. Do we see what's wrong with this? Like, Storm's the one who should be with the death ball. If we're going to do this, like, she's the only one that actually matters about us being grouped up. Like, literally, she's the only one that cares about our team being next to each other. Other than maybe Invisible Woman, if you're counting her AoE healing. But by doing this, we give up all of high ground. We not only do we give up all the high ground, we don't even pay attention to this flank that I said was like not a good push. If they pushed this, it would have been a good push because they're behind you. This is a great area. You literally, and honestly, even pushing up main isn't even bad for them here. Like, this team positioning right now, this might be the worst way you can hold this point, like, while still trying. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. Like, this is like not it, especially because our solo tanking thing, we have no way. If we have no way of attacking high ground easily, you need to start by controlling high ground and fight for it. Like, if you're going to play characters that do not have the ability of going up and down easily, then you have to start there. At least you should know that that's going to give you an advantage. So if you're playing someone like Psylocke, then playing on the low ground or like spending time on the low ground isn't the end of the world because you know you can dash up there all the time. But if you're playing Namor, whose bubble is on a 20-second cooldown, you should start up here because you can always drop down. But getting back up is on a 20-second cooldown. And it's your escape. So we need to be, as a team, trying to hold the high ground more. Literally, so on this map, and I'm just going to go over the general rule of thumb on this map of how I will try to set up my team. First of all, we break this glass every time. Always break this glass. Second of all, I will usually have a long-range healer, so Rocket or Luna can be up here. Or we have them posted up here. Either way, our healers pretty much always want to be on high ground, at least somewhat. Loki's really good at setting up up here. Loki's has so much good high ground here for his clones. Like, all the healers, every single healer in the game benefits from being on high ground because it's safer. And then you want the rest of your team, especially your duelists that aren't flankers, so Namor and Storm, for example, to be guarding them. And maybe you have a low mobility tank up there as well. So you have your Magneto or your Strange up here guarding this, or at least taking this angle and looking and ready to drop down and fight. And then you have your higher mobility tank. So maybe like you have your Hulk or your Venom or something like that, willing to go back and forth and control both areas. And having somebody on this high ground or even back here able to control this right here specifically and the potential of somebody coming here is really important because it doesn't happen a single time in this game. But this position right here, this flank, is like probably the most important flank on this entire map. I think it is. I think I would say that this rafter and this angle up here is the most important flank angle in the entire map for both attackers and defenders. It's like you really need to have control of this at some point. And someone who's really freaking good at having control of this is Namor. For a couple of reasons. You can put a squid up above this door, and that controls this doorway when you're paying attention to main, while still having line of sight of main if you need to poke it and they get too far. So if they're starting to get far up, a squid up here will, by default, attack people who are coming through this door if your back is to it. And if you hit a right click, it'll still hit the people main. And then there's a lot of other squids that do similar jobs, like squids up here, on this pillar, like stuff like that. I think Namor does really well just posting up on here and chilling. And you have pretty good line of sight of these, this whole area. And since you're Namor, you can slow fall and you can make it back to this high ground. So playing up here is like prime for Namor. It's really good for a lot of like off-angler type like hybrid main DPSs. So think of like Hela, Phoenix, people who have decent range while also preferring off angles. I think Hela and Namor are really good examples of this, where they can just chill up here, punish people for either pushing up too far or threatening your team, and control this space really well. Nani and you were doing, yeah, I assume so. So yeah, I think as a team, we just need to not like this is the worst way to position on any map. Just all six people just chilling in a choke point. We're not controlling any space except for the easiest space to control. And this space is not being controlled well because if you were up here, it would be controlled even better anyway. So we're like holding only one area of the map and we're holding in the worst way possible. Yeah, try and hold high ground way more. Like at least break these freaking glass. Like break this glass, break this glass, and at least start up here. If you get pushed off and you need to fall back, that's a different story. But you need to at least try and hold high ground. We can't just be giving them this route for completely free. So that's one thing. Honestly, the big thing that I've noticed with you personally in this game, aside from switching on the second half randomly, like I don't know why we switched off Namor. You were doing fine on Namor, and you did way worse than all the other characters. But your ult usage. So your ult usage, and for whatever reason, we're not switching to Strange. Like when you get your ult, like right here or something, right? I want to say it's yeah around here. So see, like the thing is, this fight is super scuffed because look at how much cover they have for free. Like look at their Jeff. Let's just look at their Jeff here. Look at this Jeff gameplay. Yep. Somehow their Penny dies to a Thor. They like it's like a 1v1. And this Jeff like this Penny's just like getting murked and this Jeff is not even healing her. Like yeah, look at this. She just gets pummeled in front of him. And the reason why that happened, or not the reason why she died, but the reason why you guys still lose this fight, even though that's allowed to happen, this is the Jeff you're playing against, right? You have one person who can contest this high ground. Thor came up here. He got way more value than he should have, given the people he's playing against. Like, he should not have been able to just hit that Penny until she dies. And she just doesn't get any healing. But he does. And you still lose this because look at how uncontested this Jeff is. Like, just look at his HP. Until he throws. He literally throws here. Like... He even spammed the bubbles. He even threw all the bubbles at the ground. That was going to help him. But, like... It's all because we just don't take high ground. We're just letting them chill on high ground. This Jeff had no threat whatsoever until he jumped off. Until he literally just threw his position. Like, he could have done anything except that, and he would have done way better. And that's the kill we get. But the point is, we need to be taking high ground. That's, like, the huge takeaway. Just take high ground. And also, your ult, please. So, and I was talking about this earlier, just to recap, but, like, look at when this Jeff throws. Oh, wait, this is further back. Wait, look at when this Jeff just throws his entire position. You have so many options here. Because you dodge it. You dodge it. So, what could we do here? We could either ult the Jeff and just get the free kill, get it over with. We can ult their high ground. They're down a healer, and this is the other healer. And you know that when you're in Namor ult, you can't cape it. So, surely an ult plus a right click, she has nobody to heal her. So, if you ult her, she's probably dead. But we need to just, like, this is like a perfect opportunity to ult here. It just guarantees you win this fight, and they have to do a full reset. I think the big issue is we're not getting the fight over with. And look at how much we hold the ult. We hold it until, like, we died, like, 2 deaths later, and we're still holding ult. And eventually we do get an ult, but look at this ult we get. This is not a good ult. Like, it looks like a good ult, but, like, you should not have been able to get out of that doorway. Like, realistically, like, this was a miracle that this ult worked. And even then, we don't even... Like, realistically, they should have capped that. But I think those are the big things. And also, the fact that you didn't switch Strange. I think there was, like, multiple instances where you were just not switching to Strange because you had ult. That's what it felt like. But I think those are the biggest things I've noticed. We're positioning really bad as a team. Not just you, just the entire team. Like, we need a position, like, literally any amount better. Like, I don't even want to say way better. Like, if one person took high ground, I would be happy there. If you took high ground there, I would be happy there. If your healers took high ground there, I'd be happy there. If your fucking thing took high ground there. But, like, somebody needs to do it. And then the other thing that's really big is using your ult opportunely. I think those are the major things I've noticed. Like, there's, like, other small things that I don't really want to focus on, but the main thing is positioning is, like, the main thing. Even if they didn't take the position they did, they could have gone so many other routes and just still gotten way better fights because they were shooting downward at you from cover. And then the other thing is good ult usage. You need to use it when the opportunity is right and not when you can hit 6 people with it, because it's never going to be perfect. Sometimes solo ulting is what you need to do. Like, that Jeff ult is like, that was the perfect opportunity to just ult the 2 people on high ground so you can take control of it again. Um, but I think realizing how much value high ground has and how much value cover has is going to be really important. Good VOD though. And also, I don't know why we switched. That's another thing. Just, if you feel like you're having impact on a character, you have to think critically about what you're switching to, I think. Like, if you switch from Namor to, I don't know, like Phoenix, or, like, somebody who might have had more impact, there is merit, or like Psylocke maybe. But you switch to Iron Fist, and you were the only character on your team that could reasonably take out Penny setup, and then you switch to a character that gets countered by Penny setup. That's not going to work out. That's one of the things where it's like, if you're desperate to switch and you need to make something happen, you have to think critically about what you're switching to. Because, like, Iron Fist would have been, like, an okay pick if you had somebody else who could deal with the Penny setup, but you didn't. So, um, it's one of those things where it's just like, you gotta think about what you're doing before you do it. Even if you have to take 5 seconds in spawn to just sit there and be like, what will help us right now? I would rather you switch to a better pick, taking 5 seconds to think about it, than panic switch to Iron Fist at a bad time. Stark Tech Mark III. Playing Iron Man. Okay, bro. And it looks like Pika replied with the fixed ID, which we will see. There we go. This is Midtown. Um, this is still not a blonde, but I think this is what he was talking about. This is the right map that he was talking about. And he was playing Hawkeye. Okay, that works out. Let me... I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. Get some water, stretch my legs, go to the bathroom. I suggest you guys do the same. Take care of yourself. We'll be right back. We're going to get into Pika's VOD. Yeah. So be right back, y'all. All right, we are back. So we're looking at Peak as VOD. Can't sleep, so you're back? I'm sorry you can't sleep. We're about to do your VOD. Hydrate? You got it. Hydrate. All right. We're basically just looking to see if we actually did decent on Hawkeye, which it looks like we did pretty well. So we're playing Soul Tank Emma against Soul Tank Strain. Okay, well they play a ton of stuff, but we're just gonna look at it, see what's going on, because the scoreboard looks a little confusing with the picks, but we'll see how we do. Convoy. Actually, I want to see what the Penny Spider-Man Mag Ban. Interesting. We are 7. Okay. Um. Okay. Well, we're forcing triple duelist, so we'll see how that goes. We already know how I feel about that. Just rolling a triple, especially because you and your duo are both duelists. Like both of you have the option of switching. Um, Especially because forcing Emma to solo tank, like Emma can solo tank, but um, she has a lot of roles to do, and if you force her to do all of them, she's not going to be able to do any of them. Nice freeze. I mean, don't really do too much because that team up doesn't really last very long anymore. Okay. Okay. I mean, he's kind of just solo tanking thing into a lot of damage. Okay. It is pretty apparent you don't really play Hawkeye. No offense, but you do not seem comfortable aiming with him. Good shot, holy shit. Is this person's name Herbie102? In on freaking Midtown? Oh. Wait. I'm not really sure what's going on this game. Like, it's funny because it looks like you're just playing your own game, and like we're just like winning. Like, I don't even know if I've seen you, like, look at the objective once. Like, I just noticed the bar moving, like, without any halt. Wait, I have teammates? Yeah, the basic... I mean, they're healing you quite a bit. You're getting healing, so... Okay. Yep. We're gonna hit the headshot. Good shots. So this is what... Okay, this is what I said about Season 0 Hawkeye, actually. So this character does so much damage that if all you do is just... If you're really good at hitting headshots on tanks, like, if you can hit the headshot consistently on Thing and Groot and Mag and Strain, like, you know, the tanks, just do that. You do enough damage that it's like, if you just put frontline pressure and let your other duelists just put the backline pressure, you don't even need to bother trying to one-shot the healers. If you're just going to miss all of them, just do a ton of damage to the tanks. And, like, you just double headshot that Thor, so you could just do that and have value. Like, you look at the wall and shoot it instead of, like, pulling your bow back. Oh. Okay, okay, okay. Okay? I mean, sure. You... Okay, never mind, never mind. Well, hold up. You hit her through the corner. That was sick. Really unfortunate timing. A little bit. I feel like you probably could have, like, accounted for the fact that Thing hasn't ulted in forever. But I mean, it worked out. Your healers were keeping you up during it, so. Oh, that's awkward.
Got some unfinished business. Now that's cold.
Okay. I feel like you're hitting, like, a lot of decent shots. But also, I feel like the enemy team is just giving the game to your team. Like, they're playing debatably the two worst tanks into Emma. They're playing Thor, and they play like number 4. Well, I guess yeah, like Hulk, Thing, Thor, and Cap are like the worst tanks playing to Emma. And they went from solo tanking Thing into playing Thor Thing. Like they just seem like they're really lost. But you're getting a lot of kills. I wanna... Okay, so that's on the attack. It's interesting because you this game is just such a stomp that it's like it's kind of hard to see like how. Again, it's like you're kind of just playing your own game, and the game is just like their team is winning behind you. Like you are like you have 12 finals. You're doing fine, but it's like it doesn't feel like a game is happening. If that makes sense. Like it doesn't really feel like the game is being played. You never use bomb arrow? Yeah, I mean, it has its uses, but most Hawkeyes don't really use the bomb arrow unless they're like good at Hawkeye. Like Hawkeye mains know to use the bomb arrow, but like low to mid level Hawkeyes just like completely forget that ability exists. But it does have its uses. Where's our Emma? Like, I was gonna say, why are we in front of our Emma? But there she is. Is there an Iron Fist behind you? Where is he? Did he get out? Where's his Iron Fist? Wait. Oh, why couldn't... Am I tripping? Could I just not see him? He's right there. I was gonna say, I heard him.
Almost too late. Punch in the hole. Killing action. Sonic boom. You look like you could use a hand. Nowhere to hide. Just as Dr. Order. Killing accuracy.
Good shot.
Like you could use a hand. Sonic boom.
I actually just don't know what's going on in this game. Like, it...
Ice arrow unleashed. Happy to pitch in. Any other Ox need record? Needed that boost.
Okay. The way you just shot 50 arrows at the Ankh. Thinking about headshots, I'd argue it's hard to hit headshots with Namor. Not if you take high ground. Namor's trident is really large, which means that if you're on level ground, it can be kind of difficult to hit headshots. Because you can hit their body like way easier. Like, and it also does drop. But if you're on high ground, it is way easy. Like, the high ground difference is way different. Like, it's always easier to hit headshots on high ground, but with Hela, it goes from being like, let's just say a 10% accuracy to 12% accuracy. On Namor, you can go from like 10% headshot accuracy to like when you're on high ground going to like 15 or 18. Like, it is significantly easier to hit headshots on high ground. The hitbox is so big you often hit the body. Yeah, on equal ground, that's exactly the problem. But the thing is, Namor can float, and also Namor's trident has drop. So if you aim above their head from longer ranges, it'll drop into their head a lot easier. But even so, like on even footing, yeah, it can be difficult to hit headshots on Namor. That's why it's kind of important to jump a decent amount of Namor when you throw and time your jumps with it. Because it like that little bit of difference in height actually matters quite a bit. At least from my experience. Oh. I was waiting for you to use a wind arrow and just double hit everybody. But you don't have it up. Do you hit this? Oh, I was hoping you'd hit the headshot. Oh, we hit that headshot. Okay, I'm gonna be real. It kind of looks like you're playing against bots. Like, this enemy team has, like, just given up. You can tell if they're bots. This is a comp game, so they're not. But it's like, it just doesn't. Look at when they walk out the front door. I mean, you could, like, I'm assuming they're not bots, and I could just check their profiles, but, like, it feels like after the first half, it feels like they just gave up. And I mean, you did all right the first half, but I feel like you got a lot of value from just, like, sitting on the point or, like, sitting main and just shooting into their team. And, like, nobody really did that much to contest you. Don't get me wrong, you're hitting a lot of pretty decent shots. But I feel like if they had somebody, like that was actually a time where they contested you. But, like, they weren't doing that the whole game. And it was like an Iron Fist solo contesting you. Whereas, like, I feel like if they properly played against your team and you specifically, like, you would have had way more trouble. But also it feels like even you or, like, anybody, I feel like legit, it almost feels like one person on your team, any of them, could have AFK'd. And you probably would have still won this game. Like, you could just take one person and make it a 5v6. And you probably still would have won this game, is what it feels like. Like, I don't know. This game just, I don't know what's happening, but it... Like, this is convincing me EOMM is real. Why are you gonna crash out, Drew? It's not actually convincing me EOMM is real, but it's like, it... Yeah. Not the EOM. Like, it just felt like they were all throwing. Like, they had, like, one healer. Like, they had people playing different healers, but, like, look at how low, like, this one person did more healing than the rest of the team put together. By far. And all of that was less than one of your healers. And you had a solo tank. So it's like, I don't know what was happening. Like, and these are, I'm assuming these are real people. Yeah, they're a real person. Real person. 54 and 56 in comp. Like, 124 and 149 in comp. Yeah. $53 and $62. Yeah. That's the other thing. And then we have this Emma. What are these win rates? Does everybody have a negative win rate? What am I looking? Your Emma just stomped that game and has like a 45% win rate or something. I think way closer to 50% win rate now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think like having a below 50% win rate means you're like bad or anything. But like, this is pretty low. I'm not gonna lie. But um, I think that it is like the most important stat overall. Like if you play 1,000 games, and of those 1,000 games, you win 300 of them, you go 300, 700, maybe you're playing in lobbies that you don't belong in. That's all I'm saying. It's like, if you play a really high quantity of games and you are consistently at a low win rate, you're probably playing in too hard of lobbies. Hard drive crashed because of your school computer. Photos for only four. Oh my god. I hope it's okay. I don't know how you would fix that, but that sucks. You didn't back anything up? But yeah, I don't really know what to say about this VOD. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like this was just an absolute stomp. Like you were hitting some nice shots on Hawkeye, but like it was kind of clear that you don't play Hawkeye, right? Like it's like it was kind of just like you were getting away with just playing the game because you know you're pretty good at the game, but like you definitely are not a Hawkeye player from that gameplay, and it's yeah. I like to say that I do play shit myself, but I would ask more teammates when they doubles do the same. I feel like after the first double support ult, somebody needs to step up and say who. It doesn't matter who it is. If you're not a healer, it doesn't matter. Somebody needs to call out who's healer ult you're using. Like, if it happens once, that's just like a mistake. If it happens twice, then it's kind of on the whole team. Like, somebody needs to say something. Nobody has voice chat on console. I think, like, is it actually just no? But like, is console just no voice chat at all? Because the thing is, like, that really lowers like the competitiveness of it. Because if you're just playing off of intuition, like, in my opinion, I think a solid like half of the game is the communication. Like, if you're just playing off of just intuition, like top 500 lobbies without communication is just like it doesn't even like some players are just not good in that scenario because they're so used to communicating and playing well, and that's how they play. Like there was a time, and I remember when I used to play Valorant, there was a time where Valorant, the voice comms in the game went out for some reason. Like the system that was doing voice comms just didn't work. Literally, I turned on one of the streams of like the top 500 players, the Immortal or the Radiant players or whatever, and they were in a Discord. They found everybody's Discord on their team and started using Discord to communicate. That is how desperate they were to have communication. Which, granted, comms in this game don't aren't as significant as in Valorant, where it's like crazy important. But the fact that they go so far out of their way to have a competitive experience, and people just turn it off and don't even bother commenting at all in Rivals is like there's a crazy difference there. There is voice chat. Yeah, no, I know there is voice chat. It's just like people don't use it, but it's like it's just showing how like people on Valorant, if they didn't have voice chat, they go to the extent of fucking adding each other on Discord to have a voice chat, even if the in-game system doesn't work. And then people on Rivals have the in-game system and choose not to use it. It's crazy. It's rare to be more than you. Yeah. Like in my lobby, like in PC like GM lobbies, like there are some lobbies that are silent, but I wouldn't even say GM lobbies, like Diamond GM lobbies, because I'm at like the bottom of GM3. But generally, I would say over half my games, like probably like 70% of my games have at least another person in voice with me. I want to say like 90% of my games have most people at least hearing me. So if I say something, they might respond in text, but like they're not actively talking voice. And then like 20 or 30% of the games have like three or more people in voice. Like we're calming. But most games that I play, people at least hear me. So if I make calls, people will be able to respond to them. So if I say like, "Oh, we're going to Loki ult first, or we're going to Cloak and Dagger ult first," and they're in the voice chat and they can hear me, they generally will. And if they don't, then they realize it's a mistake, and it's not like, "Oh, like." The thing is, I am more okay with having mistakes made than people just straight up like ignoring the call, right? So it's like, if, for example, if I call to use like Loki ult first, Loki copies, and then our Luna gets scared and pops her ult because she didn't realize that Loki copied already, and then they're like, "Oh shit, my bad, I didn't know Loki copied." That's okay. But if I say let's Loki ult first, and Loki never copies, and like Loki or like our Luna dies, Loki still doesn't ult, our Loki dies, there's no ult, I'm like, what the hell? And they heard me and they're just not doing it. That's a different thing. But I, as a player, for me, I personally rely really heavily on voice chat and like people being on the same page. It's so hard to play the game when everybody's doing their own thing. Yeah, like I can't imagine playing in console lobbies. Like honestly, like if nobody talks, like I can't imagine playing console lobbies. Like that sounds awful. Trying to think. What it's actually a relatively short stream. For doing 3 VODs, having a peak run, which even though it was kind of short, I got shit on. But a peak run, 3 VODs, and we're just now hitting 3 hours is interesting. Um Granted, the VODs today were really short, and the peak run was also really short, so it makes sense. And there's no Yap session, so obviously it all kind of checks out, but it's like that's still kind of really short. Like some VODs take over an hour, and I think all 3 of these were under an hour. However, I think that's where I'm calling it. We're at the 3 hour mark. We did 3 VODs. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. So thank you guys for watching and for following and all that jazz. I will try to have this VOD up on YouTube as soon as I can. If until then, you can watch it on Twitch, but I will also write all the notes for all the reviews I did today. And I'll get that done as soon as I can, and I'll at you guys in the Discord for the people that I did reviews of today when I have the notes updated. But that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys for watching and following and all that jazz. Thank you, Hoyo, for the raid, and I will see you all later.